Hey, hey, move along. Come on, move along now. There's nothing to see here. Oi, Billy. Billy, hurry up, will you? What's wrong with you? Billy? Oh, Billy, no, not again. He's been infected. Well, I better get control of this before it becomes an outbreak. Time's kinda short, but I think I have just enough time to explain my plan of activating herd immunity before things get too serious. I mean, I didn't get my degree in infectious sheep diseases all those years ago for nothing. So let's start simple. What is herd immunity? Herd immunity describes the state of a population when a large enough proportion immune to an infectious disease can indirectly protect those who are not immune by preventing the disease's spread. Whether this can be achieved or not depends on the basic reproduction number, R naught, which is the expected number of secondary disease cases that come from one infected individual. In other words, how many other people, or sheep, is one infected individual at risk of infecting? Using the basic reproduction number, we can make a guess as to what the herd immunity threshold is. This is the percent of the population that needs to be immune in order for the disease to eventually die out. This happens when the proportion of susceptible individuals is less than the amount needed for transmission. Sort of like a board game, we need to move 2 steps back for every step forward the disease makes in order to reach a pre-epidemic state. So, remember the basic reproduction number? Great. Let's plug it into a simple formula for the herd immunity threshold and see what this looks like visually. If our R0 value is 10, meaning an average of 10 infections per already infected individual, then we need 0.9 or 90% of our population to be immune. If R0 is 2, then only 50% needs to be immune. Of course, if R0 is less than 1, then the disease is already heading out of the population, without the need of vaccination-induced immunity. So in theory, I'm hoping our sheep infection here goes something like this. I give enough of the sheep our little vaccine here, and even if Billy manages to infect a few, it won't spread like wildfire to all the sheep. Unfortunately, real infectious diseases aren't so simply predicted. First of all, our model assumes that everyone can be infected, and that everyone can gain immunity through a vaccination. Other factors like how the population interacts, how the vaccine is distributed, how dense the population is, and whether or not individuals choose to be vaccinated are all at play. So that's why herd immunity, while a really amazing strategy, isn't always the best option. For example, the first response to COVID-19, a disease caused by the SARS-CoV-2 virus, has been to engage in good hygiene practices and to social distance. So why hasn't a herd immunity strategy been adopted yet? Firstly, the basic reproduction number, while varying between populations, has been estimated to lie somewhere around 2 to 6. This means an optimistic herd immunity threshold of at least 50%, but it could be as high as 83%. Given the nature of COVID-19, natural herd immunity can't be relied on, but it also takes a lot of time to develop a vaccine that has sufficient strength and duration to be effective. Even with a vaccine, public policy has to weigh the ethics of vaccine administration versus social distancing. Done wrong, and herd immunity could do more harm than good. But for the sake of simplicity, let's pretend we don't have to consider these problems and that the model discussed earlier works for our sheep. In our case, the basic reproduction number is 4, and we have enough of the Ovis protectus vaccine to make 80% of the sheep immune. Based on my calculations, the plan should theoretically work. So, wish me luck. Activating herd immunity. Now, this might not protect them forever, but it should at least give us enough time for Billy to come back to normal. In the meantime, I better check on how my cows are doing.